Hello and welcome back to our Final Fantasy X Platinum walkthrough of the HD remaster, but that doesn't matter. We're in the desert. We gotta go through the desert, and there's lots of fights. I know you've already seen these Machina, but I'm leaving them in because there's a new mechanic to introduce here. If you steal from a Machina, they just fall apart. Watch. He's dead. So I mean, beyond that, they're still very easy to kill and all, but you know, if you're really not in the mood for them, just steal. And they go. You also get soft grenades. In soft grenades, I think you can use 30 of them to customize a piece of armor with stoneproof, which isn't that useful now, but later on in the game, there are some enemies who will petrify you. I mean, we've already seen petrification enemies, but there are enemies who really love to petrify you later on, including some of the optional bosses, I believe. So that can be very useful as an alternative to a ribbon. Now, that signpost says home ahead. Our bed is getting pretty good. I mean, we could read that perfectly. But head over left for a treasure chest. I believe there's 2 high potions in this chest. So, yeah, oh, 4 of them. Four high potions, that's not bad. You could ignore it if you like, but why would you? It's high potions, man. Okay, so these enemies. Not much to note here, except that the dragon guy, the guy in the middle, the Mushishatsu or Mushitasu or whatever his name is, he has a move where he breathes fire across the entire row of your characters, and it does a lot of damage. At one point, while I was going through the desert here, I got ambushed by this group of enemies. They all got to attack twice. The dragon did that attack twice and he nearly wiped my party. I was lucky. I kind of over leveled, so I was okay, but be aware, that's a danger. If I'd had Riku and I don't know, most of my characters have a lot of health, and Lulu has high magic defense, so she'll be okay. But it would have killed Riku for definite. So ahead is a place of rest, I think is what that said. I have to really squint because I'm looking at a tiny preview window while I record this. But there are several items in this large expansive desert. There's one directly ahead of us. There's 2 over to the left. The left. Yes, that is my left hand. 2 over to the left. So we'll grab this one and we'll head over left. Now in this area there is a new enemy type called the sandworm. We're going to see one soon. They have 45,000 health and they take ages to kill. So if you already have bio, make sure you cast it first thing, because he'll take 4,500 damage every time he gets a turn. It really shortens the battle. Alright, here's one. Now this is as fast forwarded as I can fast forward it, and it's still going to take a minute. So I think this took like 5 or 6 minutes altogether in normal time. But yeah, I don't have bio yet, so the best I can do is cast haste on Lulu and Orin and just lay into him. I will be using overdrives. I will be doing everything I can to kill this guy as quickly as possible. That move there, Swallow, he sucks up one of your characters, keeps him in his belly for a little while, and then spits him out. They don't take any damage, but they're out of the fight for a little while. Now this is Banishing Blade, that's Orin's 3rd overdrive. It actually inflicts power, armor, magic, and mental break on the enemy. All 4 breaks, so that's handy. And it does 6,000 damage at the moment, which is not to be sniffed at. Yeah. Other than that, just keep tipping away and he will eventually die. So now he's eating Waka. And he's ready in Quake. I've never seen him manage to pull off a Quake, so don't worry about it. Now, Waka didn't get any AP there because he had been eaten at the time that the battle ended. But if I had waited for him, he would have used Quake. So now I'm finally getting bio, and that trivializes the zoos and the sandworms. It really shortens the fights, makes them much easier. So that's your priority. If you don't have that, get it now. If you do have it, move on, because the 3rd level black magic spells are coming up very soon. They're on the next large area of her sphere grid. Demi is on the next little area. I'm debating whether or not Demi is worth skipping in order to get 3rd level spells a little bit sooner, because I will never cast Demi ever. But who knows? Suppose I should get it just for completion's sake. Now with Kimahri, here I noticed that I am right beside a level 2 sphere that leads into Lulu's grid, and not just that, but right beside Lulu. Which means I can get Kimahri the level 3 spells as well. You can see them over there. Now that's definitely not to be sniffed at, and I am definitely going to do it. Because once I get those with either Kimahri or Lulu, I will be using Black Magic Spheres to teach them to Yuna. And Yuna has much higher magic than either of them. Like, Kimahri won't be great with him, but he'll be alright. Still do decent damage. If you use the right element, of course. But, you know, it's handy to be able to exploit elemental weaknesses with more than one character. But anyway, enough about Kimahri. That's Waka finished with that small little side area. Now Kimahri is officially on Lulu's grid, so that's good. Now moving over here to this far corner for an item that's barely worth going to get, but I can't leave any chest unopened. 2 Mega Potions. Riku being weird there, moonwalking or something, but anyway, we'll ignore that. I'm gonna let that slide. Now we're heading back towards the center. There's a save point which we can use, because we've gotten every item before the save point. And this was actually 2 videos, but I've merged them because cutting out the random battles saved so much time that this would have been, like, what, a 6-minute video? That's too short. That's too short. I mean, this was 18 minutes, I think. So cutting out the random battles, because of the sandworm, saved that much time. Something written in our bed. Beware of fiends! Weaker fiends to the right, stronger fiends to the left. You can make that out just about. However, there is an Bhed Primer both to the right and to the left. So we're going to get the one on the right first, because there's a ton of items to the left, and the left exit from here is the one we want to take anyway, for more items. So, let's just grab Bhed Primer number 17. 18. 17 is the other one. But it's our 17th one. It just happens to be 18. Alright, you get what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna save again. Just for safety. You never know when things can go wrong. Like I said about that ambush, it did happen down here. Now when that sign said stronger fiends to the left, I'm not sure if it means this area or the area past the exit. The area past the exit definitely seems to have stronger fiends. But I wasn't counting just the normal ones for this area here anyway. So it doesn't matter. You're not going to find anything stronger than a sandworm or a zoo. They're the 2 danger enemies of this area. And they're not that dangerous once you have bio. They only have a lot of health. That's all that makes them annoying. So have no fear. There is one other Machina type that can show up with the other Machina. I didn't bother showing it in video, but it's fat. It dies if you steal from it. It seems to do about twice as much damage as a normal Machina, but that's still very little damage, so I wouldn't worry about him. Now here, I was debating what to do with Kimahri. I decided to go down to that level 2 key sphere area and get that strength sphere. It seems like a waste of a level 2 key sphere, but I don't know, I don't really care. Strength for Kimahri is more useful than strength for Lulu, since Kimahri will still be doing physical attacks a lot. You see, almost every battle I'm getting plenty of AP here, so, you know. I'm not saying grind in the desert, because the enemies here are really tedious. But you will naturally get a little bit stronger if you do bother fighting all the enemies that attack you. Now in this central thing there are 2 chests, and then there's another chest over to the far left, and then we'll be ready to go. We got that Bhed Primer. 10,000 gil there, not to be sniffed at. We have about 150,000 at the moment, I think. Didn't really get a good look there. Whoa! What was that? That's how the camera decided to come back in after that battle. I've never seen that happen in the PS2 version, but again, I've never spent a ton of time in the desert. Just thought that was weird. So anyway. Something's written here. It's just a code. Later on there'll be a mechanism for us to input those Albed codes, and they'll bring us to special areas where we can get items. I don't want to give too much away, but that's what that's about. Sweet, HP. You see, Lulu and Kamari are actually going to cross over each other now. And then they'll be on the same trajectory right up to the end of Lulu's grid, I'm pretty sure. Although, I did get a teleport sphere in probably the next episode. It might be the one after that. In the next area, there is a teleport sphere, which you can use to teleport to anywhere else on the grid that has been activated, I think. Or maybe you need someone else to be on that grid, so... Once Kamari gets those spells, I might take him somewhere else again to get something else. I don't know. We'll see. This is where he becomes versatile, is when you get a bit more freedom on the grid. But anyway, this is the area where I think the stronger enemies are, but I wouldn't worry about it. You should have a ton of potions and Albed potions to look after your party, even without Yuna to heal. So, in this hole, there is a chest, and you can open the chest, and there are no repercussions. However, in that hole, there is a chest, and as you approach, the chest slides down, and you can clearly see there's something down there, and when you approach, you get a battle, which I skipped. I didn't mean to skip it. What is wrong with me? I tell you what though, I'll put the other battle back in. There's one soon enough. And I'll show a bit of it. I'll show the whole damn thing, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I'll show most of it. Yeah. So there's sphere grid happening there. You know the drill. I just did some on-the-fly editing, even while I'm recording the voiceover. That's pretty tops. So yeah, that flower thing is a fight. It's called a Sandragora. It can confuse you. So if you have any confusion, warding armor, I'd recommend equipping it for those fights. They're not hard. They've got about 10,000 hit points. They go down pretty easy. But confusion is dangerous. Here's another one. Again, I cut this out. I didn't mean to. I meant to leave one in, obviously, to show you, but I put one back in. Now. So those two are optional. This one you have to fight to leave. I actually got into another fight just before it. But here he is, Sandragora. So, I mean, I will cast haste on Lulu, because he doesn't take much physical damage, but he's weak to fire. So... Bio to poison him right off the bat. It's the first time seeing Bio on screen, and it's very useful. Now Seed Burst, Lulu has such high evasion, she just dodges it. You saw the poison damage there. I mean, that was something else, right? Now I'm trying to decide what to do to him, because he will die very quickly with poison. He's already lost 3/4 of his health. But bring in everybody, get the AP. Try to avoid getting confused. Lulu dodges too easily. That you've seen enough. That's enough. You get the drill. Anyway, with him defeated, we'll move on.
Over here.
Over here. Okay. I was talking, Riku. Okay. So just over the dune.
Riku.
There's Albed home, under attack.
What? Yuna's down there.
Of all the places. Let's go.
Oh, that Yuna. Of all the places to end up. She's such a troublemaker. Oy vey. Alright, so you get straight there. You're just like, zoot! Now we're there. There's Albed shouting over a loudspeaker, which does get annoying in this area. But it's a short area, we'll be fine.
Where's Yuna?
Where's Yuna? Uy! We're gonna meet some new characters here. Well, one new character. And one character who's gonna show up again like a cool dude.
Attacking us.
Who did this to you? Well, that needs no translation. Heiku's his name. That is a strange name, but whatever.
Between Yevon and the Al Bhed?
Yeah, why not? That is right. Guado go for the summoner. Father. So this is Riku's dad. You'll never guess his name. I'm just gonna. No, I won't tell you. I'll let you find out. Oh yeah. You're gonna find out in like 2 seconds. Kyaku is dead, unfortunately. He died in defense of his home.
Well, just don't stand there. Come on. Let's go kick those Guado out of our home.
Never don't listen to a bald cowboy. They know what they're talking about.
Who?
Sid,
Sid!
leader of the Al Bhed. He's my dad.
Every game needs a Sid, of course.
We have to save Uni.
Not only Yuna, right?
Right.
Right.
Alright, see you next time, guys.